I can't say how long I'm gonna be streaming. I think I got like 20 minutes before I probably gotta hone it in, but I figured I'm having fun, so I'll stream for 20 more minutes. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this chance since I'm just starting the stream to grab some water. So bear with me for just a moment while I'm grabbing some water. Sorry, give me just a minute. I'm grabbing some water because I'm dehydrated, and that's not great. Hello, Ben. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be streaming for like 20 more minutes before I have to start getting ready for night. So yeah, sorry for the stream abrupting. The YouTube loves crashing my streams for some reason. So yeah, feel free to let me know if you have me on Discord or something. But yeah, the other stream crashed. Anyways, random. As I said in the last stream, I had to somehow re-upload a BFBFB episode because I somehow BFBFB. Whoa, BFFB. What is my dog doing? She's like rustling around in that bush over there. You left the eliminated contestant on the voting screen. Nah, I think that happens sometimes. Um, I don't know. I've made a lot of screw ups. I just tend to forget about them because it's like I don't really rewatch my own episodes very much, so I tend to forget about things. Hold up, sorry, I'm opening my water bottle, and I have to use my teeth because I'm holding the phone, which is not ideal. But, yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes. Again, the one I tend to default to since it's pretty recent is, when I accidentally left frozen fungus out of the first episode of, convenience store soap entirely. I just chugged, like, half of my water bottle in a single gulp. Um Sorry, the dog is making some noise, and I thought she was chasing a squirrel or something, but no, she's just making noise because she feels like it. Um, you left them in the mall montage. Dude, the mall that episode is so good. My one regret really was recommending Shrimp Cat. Now that I know it's a debut, which I know it wasn't, I know it wasn't intention I know it wasn't the original plan, but yeah, if I had known that the RCs for that episode were gonna be for a debut, I would not have recommended Shrimp Cat. Why did the same people win immunity in PFCSS 1 and 2? Um, was not intentional. I just really like those guys, so I ended up making them win. Um, yeah, wasn't really any kind of plot reason. I'm just dumb. Uh, I didn't mean to have them win twice, but I don't know. When I'm improvising, I tend to forget things, and so sometimes the same characters will just repeatedly win over and over and over again. Okay, this actually gives me a fun chance to talk about something. So with Hamburger, right? Um, it was definitely a trend that stackers continuously kept losing challenges and Sewer Drain and Lawsuit Doc and like a few other people like kept winning over and over and over and over again. But that show, the way it worked was a little interesting. So because it was improvised, right? And it was multiple people. The way I thought it was basically what we did was everybody was doing their own challenge solutions. So literally the people who won the challenges were completely based on whichever voice actor thought of a good solution the fastest. So the issue was just that Stacker's voice actor, like we were gonna let him win the slushy challenge, the double gulp challenge in episode 4, and he literally forgot that part of the point was stealing the double gulp cup. So that's why he didn't win. We literally did that because his voice actor just forgot that was supposed to happen. So we thought it'd be funny if like, oh nope, you're up for elimination. So yeah, in BFOH, it was not like we did not really take into consideration like having balanced elimination things. We just did things based on who thought of good ideas for the challenges. Speaking of the challenges, not all of those were my idea. The double gulp gup challenge, I don't remember what it was. I think what happened was I was in the Sacri from 7-Eleven and I was like, you know what? Sure. And then we just went with that. Speaking of challenges that, like, changed and stuff, the episode 2 challenge, drink water, that was not the original challenge. So, you know how lawsuit document just kinda shows up in episode 2 and everybody's like, "Oh, okay, you're in the show now, why not?" Completely different. I think I even posted the unfinished audio onto, Stormy Studios, but the original plan was lawsuit document was gonna show up, and Globus was gonna be like, "Oh, no. We gotta get rid of this guy." So the challenge was gonna be catch lawsuit document and, kick them out of the show. And the joke was gonna be that everybody was gonna fail to catch them, so they were just gonna join the show by default, and everybody else was gonna be up for elimination. After recording some of the audio myself, I was like, this challenge is kinda generic, a lot of shows have done the catch the random guy or catch the eliminated contestant or whatever. So I was like, this challenge has been done to death. And then also, Sewer Drain's voice actor was like, "I wanna have somebody drink hydrofluoric acid in the episode." So I was like, "Okay, new challenge. We'll have it be drink water, and at some point in the episode, you can give, Mr. Green's belt hydrofluoric acid instead of, water." Another little trivia factoid, I guess, is that, uh, the episode 6, I think, challenge, the one that was, do a pickup line on Glombus Wombus, that challenge idea was also by, um, Lobster because he really wanted to do the Minecraft fence joke. He's like, "Please, please, I wanna put it in an episode." Another challenge that was thought of by Lobster was the eat a cup of dirt challenge in, Better Than the Burger. So, yeah, he thought of a few of those challenges. Um, let's see, there was somebody, uh, what if you did that, but they just had lost to document, lose a life, and then they debut? So, honestly, like, the strikes mechanic, I really like that mechanic, but we just did not use it well in Obama Hamburger just at all. It's a really good mechanic, and Toxic was actually the one that thought of the strikes mechanic, and he was gonna use it for his own show, but he never ended up really making it. He made a bunch of characters, which he ended up giving me because he just decided, "Actually, I don't really think I'm capable of making a show even if you, do the majority of the work." So he just gave me the characters and was like, "Feel free to use the strikes for whatever you want." And I was like, "Hey, okay, this is gonna sound kinda mean." The main reason we introduced the strikes was because I thought it would be really funny to immediately make at the time he was Mega Minecrafter, now he's Mega the Object Show guy. We thought it would be my dog just jumped up there, one of them. We thought it'd be funny to just immediately make his prediction outdated, which I know that's really mean, but we just thought it was so funny, to do that. So, that was why we added strikes to the game. I'm being legitimately serious, that was the entire reason we added them. Because um, it's probably not even really that subtle. Textbook was very obviously specifically created to be the first boot. He was deliberately tailored to be kind of annoying and unlikable and like have a lot of the traits that gonna boot him off first. And the ironic thing is that now that he's had so many episodes to shine, I actually really like Textbook now. I think he's really funny. Um, Yeah, so I deliberately created Textbook to be a first boot, and I think he served well as a first boot. But um nowadays I would say I hope he gets a chance to do more uh to do just do more. Like, he has the backrooms thing going on, and I've had like a lot of ideas for how we could use that in different ways to do kind of like fun stuff. I don't know. I had like an idea for like what if there was like a little mini spin-off where like he explores different levels and like, ooh, look, he's fighting entities. Ah, scary. But I don't know. There was also an idea for a spin-off season with him and Stackers. I'm not gonna elaborate too much on that because, I don't know if it's gonna I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I don't know if you heard my dad just now. Um So yeah, we had an idea for that, which me and Cactus, Stacker's voice actor, we've been really on and off on if we wanna do the spinoff. We've been like we have a very we have it exactly down how it would work, what the cast would be. We've just, we've been really on and off about if the spinoff is worth making. But yeah, there's been a few times where we're like, "We're gonna make it," and then we didn't make it. So, yeah, there may be a little spinoff specifically dedicated to Stackers and Textbook, which I'd say is only fair. They kinda kept getting screwed over in the first season, so I feel like giving them, like, a proper chance to be in the spotlight would be kinda nice since, like, it's not even subtle that Obama Hamburger season 1, the primary characters were, the anti-alliance, were, Sewer Drain and Lawsuit Document and, Green's Belt, like, they were, like, the ones that got, like, all of the attention. Um, yeah, so I would say that, like, it would be nice to give them some kind of attention. So if they don't get the spinoff, maybe I'll do more shorts related to them or something. But yeah, I wanna promise that Textbook and Stackers get a bit of a chance to shine in, like, a bigger capacity at some point. What specifically that entails, I don't know yet. Maybe it'll be the spinoff, maybe it'll be some okay, I'm saying the same thing over and over again. This is a great live stream. Okay. Moving on to the other topic. Hold up. I think there was somebody else that mentioned something. Um, I do remember in the last live stream, I wasn't able to address this because the stream randomly crashed, but I remember it was said that Frozen Fungus actually entitled in Battle for Convenience Store Soap. This is because I just wanted them to stand out a little bit from the rest of the cast, and I thought it was funny. I like Frozen Fungus. I don't I understand they're a little unlikable because selfish characters aren't everybody's favorite. I think they're kind of funny. And so, I don't know. I think originally their gimmick was going to be a lot more boring. They were going to be like, "Oh, I'm so cold." And that was going to be their whole thing. And I was like, this is not really that great. This is gonna get boring so fast. So I went for the kind of guy who thinks they know a lot, but actually they're really stupid. Uh, would you ever consider doing Michael's show? Um, I actually had started working on a rework of that show, like, shoot, back in January? It was around no, it was way before January, actually. It was, like, back when I did, whatchamacallit, shoot, the show that had a bunch of other old characters in it, I don't know why my brain is not working right now, but it had, Not Corn Popper and, it was hosted by Zeep Glop, that show. Um, Around the same time I did that show, I was working on a cast for a rework of Michael's show, and I just completely forgot about it. But I will say Michael's show will probably still keep Object Paper Towel, that's what it was. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. But yeah, Michael's show, I will Michael's show, if it does come out, is going to keep the whole there is one contest, whoever wins that contest just wins the show gimmick. That is going to be the concept for the show. That being said, I think the reboot was going to have a bigger cast. Um, And I was considering kinda doing an object paper towel thing where it was kinda like characters that didn't really get a chance to shine in other shows coming back and being in this show. Um, but I don't know. I just, like the only reason it didn't happen, to be completely honest, I forgot about it. I completely forgot I had started working on a cast, and so I never really finished the cast. Sorry, I was drinking water again. Um You were way ahead of your time, TBH. Now there's like 50 shows. Yeah, I know. Like, epilogue is like was gonna be. And I'm like, dang. Now I'm worried that if I make it, people are gonna be like, this is just binomial epilogue by Leo Friends. Even though it's not the exact same because there's no voting. It's literally just one single challenge, and then whoever wins that wins. But um I do still worry about people calling it a clone because the OSC is a show where everybody calls everything a copy, even shows that aren't copies of something, um, because that's just like OSC culture for some reason. Um, but that being said, Michael's show, there's a decent chance it happens. I think the concept lends itself well to kind of a fun show, and it's a show I wouldn't really have to commit to very much. It's like you do one episode and that's the show. You know what I mean? Like, as like unlike other shows where like it's a bit of a commitment, like you got to be like, okay, is this something I'm gonna, be willing to commit to finishing, or at least, I feel committed enough to attempt to finish it. Um, Michael's show is like you make one episode and you're done with that season. So yeah, there's a decent chance it happens at some point. Maybe since I'm trying to post more, maybe Michael's show finally gets to see the light of day and gets its proper appreciation it's always deserved. But that'll that'll have to wait to see. Um, that'll have to wait to see. That's not how people say that phrase at all. Whatever. Uh, who's a character you regret making? Oh boy, quite a few. This one is going to be pretty obvious, and um, I don't want to get into too much detail because I think it's kind of self-explanatory. Um, a certain Lego piece from Battle for No Pickle Burger. Um, yeah, I think that one is. I regret making Satan sometimes for reasons I also don't want to get to. But yeah, like it's mostly characters that are based on real people that like it's a little uncomfortable. Like if I no longer know those people anymore or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's a little complicated. Yeah, the stream is gonna have to end in a minute, I think. I think my family is going to bed and I don't really want to be outside making a bunch of noise. So probably in like a minute ish, I'm gonna wrap it up. But yeah, if there's any closing questions you guys have before I gotta leave, let me know because I'm having fun. And if did you guys like the live stream? Because if you guys did, I would really be down to stream more again. I'm having a lot of fun. I really like just getting to talk to you guys. Really, it just would have been a lot better if it wasn't really hot outside and I had to down like 2 bottles of water to like not pass out. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun streaming, and I think it's kind of cool to get to talk to you guys and like get to what? Oh, it's a lizard. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little lizard running around. Who's the most contestants you would put in one show? Um, f- in a scripted show, if I as long as I could get the cast to a point I really liked them, I would say like 32 contestants. Like around like OBS. I think OBS had like roughly 32 contestants. Like that's like large cast show, but like on the very small end of a large cast show. I feel like I could definitely see myself doing a smaller end large cast show. Um, so that's my answer to that question. That's the biggest show you little alarm I said where I'm like, okay, once that timer goes off, uh, gotta kind of stop streaming. So this was fun. Hopefully we can live stream more if you guys want it. And yeah, thank you guys all for watching. I really, really, really appreciated it. I had a lot of fun getting to answer questions and stuff. So hopefully this will be something you guys see from me a little bit more often. Thank you. Uh, I would love that. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to like better announce that I'm going to be doing a stream rather than just jumping straight into it. Hi, MePhone X. You joined at probably just the worst time because I'm literally literally at the stream like right now. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we will get to stream and talk again